Hi everyone, this is Adrian of D10, and we're deep down in the basement of my lab. And today we're going to talk about the D7X Android edition and something that we're now supporting, which is Microsoft Teams. We're now certified as a Microsoft Teams endpoint, so that's really exciting. And we just want to kind of go over some of the quick features that a D7X on Teams can do. So one of them is whiteboarding. So whiteboarding is a new feature inside the Teams environment in MTR, in Windows and in Android. And we can start an MTR whiteboarding session that can do collaboration throughout the MTR meeting. And what's really nice is the fluidity that we have. We're going to change the background here so it's a little easier to see on camera. And we'll select some red, and you know, we can just annotate very nicely, very smoothly. We support up to 20 points of touch, but today Windows whiteboarding only supports a single point of touch. So we're hoping in the future that Microsoft will allow more touch inputs so you can get a lot more of that collaboration, flexibility, and functionality in a meeting when you're collaborating with users on the board at the same time. You can still collaborate with external users if the whiteboarding session has allowed for that. So there's lots of flexibility, lots of functionality in that. The other thing we support is local HDMI ingest. Now, that can be done either through HDMI or through USB Type-C. It really will depend on your laptop and if you support things like video output over DisplayPort alt mode on your Type-C connector. And if you just have standard HDMI output, you can certainly do that on your laptop too. So first things we're going to show is this Type-C connector. We'll plug in my laptop, and it usually will take a few seconds for the device to recognize, hey, I've plugged in an input. And I'll hit share. And there you go. That's your desktop, so you can do local content sharing into a Teams meeting. You know, if we were to meet now and start a meeting and dial someone, you would share that content into a meeting, and you can shrink it when you're doing Teams things. We can stop sharing, and that will show what HDMI looks like. Now on my laptop, HDMI is on the back, so I need to do a little plug-in here. And wait a few seconds for that handshake. That's always one thing, you always have to wait for the handshake to happen. And there we go, that's HDMI. And like I said, this is local content input, which is fully supported inside Teams, and when devices go to sleep, you certainly have to wake them back up again. But those are just some of the key little features that we're supporting as Microsoft builds out some of those new functionality inside the Android platforms for Teams. We'll support more features and functionality. And our hope is that things like touchback will be supported in Teams. That'll be a great thing. So when you bring up things like PowerPoint and Excel in your meetings, you'll be able to actually manipulate them on an MTR with a D10. That's all from the lab down here in the basement. Have a great day, and we'll see you again.